So, are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we are going to take the preliminary steps in learning about Tithi Pravesh, and the most important discussion that we are going to have, which will be happening later in the month, which is comprising of 2 sessions on Sundays. And to have an introduction or to have a foundation before that main session starts, William sir has kindly accepted to take that basic fundamental foundation part of it. And based on the feedback that we have been getting, there are a lot of inquiries for this session. And I hope that people who are willing to join and attend the session will also enjoy this prelude to the session. So over to you, William, sir. And today's discussion, please give us an introduction and what way it is going to be useful as astrologers and also for people who come to us for asking for muhurtas and all this.
Yes.
And we'll be introducing the mute all so that the persons who are asking questions will be asking when there is a permission given and when there is a need for the question clarity to be given. So let's enforce the mute all, and Guruji, you'll have to unmute.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second.
1 second. I'll have to give the mute all. 1 second.
No, it's unmute.
Yeah, now it is muted. Please unmute, and then you can start. And requesting everyone to please come on video. And this is a small gathering, so you don't feel shy about coming on video also. And that way the Guru also feels motivated to teach to real people.
Right. Just start the prayer. Hari Om Ganana Tva Ghanapati Gumbhavamahe Kavim Kavina Bhuvavasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashanvan Uditasya Sadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vajevar Vajini Vadi Dinama Datrayavadu Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswati Namaha Shri Gurupyo Namaha Hari Om Om Bharbhavasvaha Tatsviturvarenyam Bhagho Devasya Dhimedhino Prachodayat. Om Skarayadime Ahadikrayadime Aditya Prachodayat Padmatmadayime Hemarupai Dimedana Soma Prachodayat Adityaya Somangalaya Badacha Guru Shukra Sanim Bisharam Kete. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. So we'll be doing something called Tithi Pravesh. So I think Tithi, all of you all know, is one part of the Panchanga. So the distance between the sun and moon, 12 degrees, is the sun. So the most important in Tithi Pravesh is we have a birth horoscope based on the time of birth. But every year, the same distance when the sun and moon are exactly in the same distance. What is it when moon is in the same tithi and the distance of sun and moon are the same, there is a particular horoscope which appears. That will have an extra bearing apart from the basic horoscope. This will have an extra overpowering influence on the basic horoscope. So there is always modification. There are certain promises in the basic horoscope that will stand. But every time the Tithi Pravesh, the Varsha Tithi Pravesh comes, it will overlap the basic horoscope. So there are certain planets which are strong in the horoscope. It might get weak, or there are weak planets can get strong, or a strong planet can get more strong. A Lagna Lord can become very strong, exalted during Tithi Pravesh, or the Dasa Lord, Antardasa Lord can become extremely very strong. So your Jupiter, where is the position? Most important, slow planets will have a very strong bearing on the Tithi Pravesh. The fast planets will have an added influence. So there are many parameters how what actually influence. It's not like the basic horoscope. You don't use the same rule. There are slightly different rules, certain other extra features which to focus and see. But today's class, I'm not going to teach about how do we see Tithi Pravesh. It is about remedial measures and Tithi Pravesh. So it is like what I say, on the Tithi Pravesh, does anything change? So generally we see the horoscope and we see we have we do a remedial measures to an afflicted planet in the horoscope. We have any planet afflicted in 6, 8, 12. We have a Nietzsche planet in the horoscope, or there is some other planet afflicted, or the Dasa, Antardasa is afflicted, or in transit we have Sade Sati, Jupiter going bad, Moon Lagna getting afflicted. So this is how the remedial measures done. But there is one extra feature which is incomplete. Without that, it is not the accurate, exact way of doing a remedial measure. Because the Tithi Pravesh is the spotlight focus or the limelight for this particular year. So you should bring it out and see which planet is exactly very strong or which planet is exactly afflicting you very strong is seen from the Tithi Pravesh. So you might have 5-6 affliction in the horoscope. So let's say you want to see how is this year. And this year, if you want to see, will I get married, or my child or son will get married, or how is my health going to be, or is there any dangers is going to be there, professional issues, any aspect of life. What is the focus of this life is seen in the Tithi Pravesh. When it comes to remedial measures, in the Tithi Pravesh, what is the most afflicted planet? A planet might be already afflicted, weak at the chart. It might get worse in the Tithi Pravesh. Or a planet which is very strong in the basic horoscope gets stronger in the Tithi Pravesh. So it is an easy way, one summary of, instead of going through a cumbersome process of analyzing the horoscope, what is a very simple process of finding out what is focus, the most strongest planet, what is the most afflicted, weakest planet, or what are the most controlling planets. You can come down to which planet controls us. So this is what we need to remedy. So the remedy becomes very simple. You can leave out other part. Or what is a basic, you might have a Kala Sarpa, you might have a Guchadosha, you might have Lagna Lord weak, or you might have 2 malefics in the 8th house. But in this particular, which planet is going to affect you the most? What is in the good or bad way? So it's not about only remedying in the sense of an afflicted planet. Let's say a particular planet can become very favorable for you. Now, if you enhance that particular planet's vibration, it becomes more better. Now, enhance means you can wear a gem, you can wear its color, you can eat its products. So there's so many other karagata on the planet if you do it better, even for business. Let's say Shukra is the best in Tithi Pravesh. So everything regarding Shukra can be done at the maximum. And then you have some planets getting really, very, very weak. Then you have to be careful regarding those things. You have to be cautious. So it is not remedial measures, which I have to be cautious, which I have to be careful, which I should do, which I not do, which I can be more liberal, which I can jump into action. Which, okay, if you have, let's say, some affliction to the 7th house married life, I have to be careful in the relationship. This is all seen more clearly from the Tithi Pravesh rather than a dasa and an antar dasa. You bring it down, you can have a broad picture. Definitely, you can have an idea from the basic chart, the dasa, antar dasa, and transfer, one broad picture. There is one more circling which will make it more easy and simpler, like to hit the target. As far as analysis is concerned, and not only for the analysis concerned, it is also for this class is about remedial measures. What is the aspect of secret of remedial measures? So instead of have a background of the basic horoscope. But then if you see the planet in Tithi Pravesh, it's like the planet which is going to affect you the most. So doing a remedial measure to planet in Tithi Pravesh will be the best and accurate way, the most effective way. You will have very good results instead of looking at the basic horoscope. It can be very broad. It could be too general, so you may not hit the target. So I will tell you very practically, there are certain parameters to see from the Tithi Pravesh becomes very, very important for remedial measures. So this is the introduction which I've given here. We'll move to, so this is the spotlight of the horoscope. Okay, so anything related to, let's say, the marriage prospects, or progeny prospects, or health issues, financial prospects, professional prospects, there's any dangers in the horoscope, or if you're running Sade Sati, what happens in Tithi Pravesh? Is it getting better? Because the planet at Tithi Pravesh, the Lagna, the moon sign, the day lord, hora lord, are some of the highlights. So how are they related to an affliction or to a good aspect in the horoscope? So they become very, very prominent. So most of the remedial measures are around it. Or the dasa and antar dasa, is it getting better or just getting better? Certain days, hora which starts on the Tithi Pravesh become very, very important. We can immediately pick up a hint how the day will be. So on certain days, let's say if a Tithi Pravesh starts on a particular day, especially on Tuesday, Saturday, and it is in 6, 8, 12 houses, or it is Nicha, or it is afflicted, or a combust planet becomes a day lord, hora lord, then it needs remedy. So it's very, very important to bring it down to Tithi Pravesh, affliction to Tithi Pravesh, that planet to remedy. When to do the remedy, it also matters. It's always the remedy is to be done on your Tithi. Tithi is the most important day you will have to do. Your birth Tithi. Why? Because your birth Tithi is, it is always, Surya is Shiva, your moon is the Shakti. So the distance between Shiva and Shakti is the play, the game, the whole complete dance, or Nataraja dance is the dance here. So when you are born on a particular day, the distance between the sun and moon is like a rhythm for you. The same rhythm when it appears every year or every month, there is the chart of overlaps on your basic horoscope, and you can have a synastry of what is going to happen. So this is the dance between Shiva and Shakti. And the day you are born is up, it has on particular the 16 colors of the moon. One particular color of the moon is your color, and that is your dominant color, and that energy only you will emit throughout the year. That will be the dominant aspect for you. So everything around you, everything functions through the Tithi. Some people ask why nakshatra. Some people don't. Some people use, go and do a remedial measures on the day. You can do it on the nakshatra. Nakshatra, yes, for certain other aspects, it is the prana shakti. You can do it on the nakshatra. But if you can see, it is doing to the Tithi is also doing to the sun, because Tithi is the distance between the sun and the moon. So immediately you are doing a remedy to the father and mother of the universe, or to Shiva and Shakti. It is basically Surya and Chandra are the two eyes of the horoscope. You can see in Purusha Suktam, sun and moon are the eyes of the Purusha. So this is the most important. So remedial measures not to any other planet, it is to the Tithi. And nakshatras, again, it will come down where moon sits in nakshatra. And in many cases, in some Tithi Pravesh, the nakshatra, the Tithi and nakshatra will coincide. And sometimes it will not coincide. So in case the day when the Tithi and nakshatra coincides, it becomes very, very important to do a remedial measure. So if I can tell you which is the best day to go and do a remedial measure, or temple, I want to go to a temple or do a particular homa, means which is the best day? It is your Tithi day. The 12 times in a year, the Tithi, your birth Tithi appears. To do a homa or to do a particular puja, to do it, which will reformat, modify, protect your horoscope, will be nothing greater than your Tithi. Compared to the nakshatra or the day lord or any other lord, the best will be to go on your Tithi. If you can be more accurate, the Hora lord, which appears during Tithi Pravesh, so which is exactly the time you have, there is let's say 10:45 a.m. if your Hora appears, you can go. If you miss that particular time, the same aura, it will appear 3 times in a day. So you can go the Hora which appears that day, if you can be in a temple, or if you are not able to go to a temple, chant some of the mantras, or any protective mantras you chant. Or minimum, every Tithi Pravesh, keep that day in a very optimal mood. Be very positive. Maybe go out, go with family out, enjoy the day, keep it in a very positive. Or if you believe in affirmations, auto suggestions, or switch words and many other things, so just keep, because it is the lunar energy. So what you think that day, what is your powerful intention on that day, what you attract, what you manifest, there are certain things when your manifestation is at the highest level, it is on your Tithi. And on other day, it is not your energy. Your rhythm, biorhythm is from your Tithi. Your Tithi is the most famous. And it is like in your Tithi, it is like formatting. Everything comes to one level. So at that day, whatever you manifest, whatever you think, whatever you want it to happen, will be the best that day. So what I say, it's remedial measures, nothing. The meaning of remedial measures is what is you're wishing yourself well. So you need to manifest yourself, or you just the whole day you have to dream, think, get into a susceptibility state to think everything is fine. So you have to use certain movements to do. There are different methods. Mantra or puja or remedy is one aspect. There are a lot of things. That is the day when whatever you think can change your whole, at least for that month and for the year. The yearly Varsha Pravesh, then there's a Masa Varsha Pravesh also. So it becomes the most important, most powerful day of the year and the month. So what I say, now we'll have to do, what is the remedial measures, how we will have to do the depth measures. So there are certain things. The most important remedial measures is, yes, if you have a planet in the 5th house in the Tithi Pravesh, if you have it, you have to somehow, because that becomes, 5th house is house of worship, Upasana Sthana. So it is very, very important. What I say, the planet and its Devata and Adi Devata, you can worship. It becomes very, very important. You can worship, and naturally, which is the deity you need to worship will be what I say will be the Tithi Lord. There are each Tithi has one big list of Devatas controlling it, especially the Tithi Nitya or the Tithi Shakti. The Tithi Shakti is made. You have also a Graha ruling it, and you have a major Devata also ruling it. But most important is you will have to pray to the Tithi Shakti. This is a secret. Many people do not know this. It is very, very important. You pray to the Tithi Shakti. I'll just tell you how it goes on. So this is for each Tithi, I'm giving you the Devata. So for Pratipada, it is Chandrakala, Amrita. Presiding deity is Agni. Presiding Tithi Shakti is Kameshwari. So you have some certain Tithis have very big temples. Kameshwari is Kamakshi, you have very big temples. Presiding deity is sun, element is fire, guna is rajas. Nature's it's a vriddhi prada, rise giver. Divine trait is daya, compassion. Dutiya is Chandrakala is pride. Presiding deity is Brahma. Presiding Tithi Shakti is Bhagamalini. Presiding planetary deity is moon. Devata, which was born there, is Ashwini Kumar. The element is rajas. The nature is Mangala Prada, bestows auspiciousness. Divine trait is patience. Tritiya is Chandrakala is Pusha, Narisha. Presiding deity is Gauri. So Gauri, I think almost this is very, very famous. Every Shakti temple, Shiva temple is lauded by Tritiya only. Presiding Tithi Shakti is Nitya Klina. Presiding planetary deity is Mars. Devata birth is Parashurama. Element birth is Gita. Guna is Rajas. The nature is Balaprada. Bestows strength. Divine trait is Shama. Chaturthi. This is a very, very important thing as far as removing the negativity in the horoscope. Okay, because it is supposed to remove poisons, toxins. I'll come to it separately. Usually you have your Ganesh Chaturthi happening on this day, and Krishna Paksha Chaturthi, it is Shankara Chaturthi. The presiding deity is Yama. So you see how many deities are ruled. The presiding deity is Berunda. Berunda is the removal of toxins. Presiding planetary deity is Mercury. Devata birth is Ganesha. Element is water. Guna is Rajas. Nature is Kalaprada, wicked. Divine trait is to bring justice. Panchami, another very auspicious Tithi. Chandrakala is Pushti or strength. Presiding deity is Nagas. There are two types of worships done in this. One is for the Nagas, it is very, very famous. It is also for fire worship, because the presiding Tithi Shakti is Vanni Vasini, one who lives in fire. It is ruled by Jupiter. Devata birth is Saraswati. Element is air. Guna is Rajas. It is Lakshmi Prada, bestows prosperity. So on this day, what I say, you have so many powerful deities. So visit on, apart from your birth Tithi, of what to say, a puja or anything done on this day, even for a person who's interested in attraction, manifestation, intention, follow the Tithi. Tithi is the most important aspect of intent, because your Tithi, moon and mind goes together. So you want to sit down and going to a temple is nothing but intention. What I say, it is only the planets which acts like a catalyst. Okay, nature is Lakshmi Prada. Divine trait is Nirapeksha, impartiality. Okay, Shashti is Chandrakala is Radhi. Presiding data is Agni. The presiding Tithi Shakti is Vajreshwari. Venus is the Graha Devata. The Subramanya is born. So most of the Subramanya worship is done in Shashti. Element is fire. Guna is Tamas. It is Yashaprada, bestows fame, and it gives detachment. Saptami is Surya. It's typically a Surya nakshatra. It is about courage. A deity is Surya. Presiding deity is Shvaduti. It's very important Tithi for marriage. If relationship problem is gone, people doing worship on Saptami will resolve a marital issue, or any other differences between any person will be resolved. Saptami is to bring people together. A planetary deity is Saturn. Devata birth is Sun. Element is Earth. Guna is Tamas. It's Mitra Prada, bestows friends. Tapasya is the divine trait. Ashtami is another very powerful remedial secret. After Chaturthi, Ashtami becomes another to remove negativity in the horoscope. Certain Tithi. It is Chaturthi, Ashtami, and Chaturthi. See, these three are very, very important for removing. When to remove negative energy, when to worship for money, when for profession, when for marriage, when for fertility. It's all belonging to Tithi. The nakshatra will come later. So it's very, very important. Okay. Yeah. The Devata is Rahu, Krishna and Durga. Element is either, guna is tamas. This generates conflict. The divine trait is Aparajita. Navami is ruled by Chandrika. Presiding date is Durga. So it depends. In certain places, you have in Shukla Paksha it is Durga, and Krishna Paksha it becomes Kalabhair. Presiding Tidhi Shakti is Kulasundari. Presiding planetary deity is Sun. Devata birth is Rama. Element is water. Guna is Tamas. It's Ugra Prada. And it is about divine trait is Apadhanashila or generosity. Dashami is Chandrakala is Kanti, beauty. Presiding deity is Yama. Presiding Tidhi Shakti is Nitya. Presiding planetary trait is Moon. The Devata birth is Ashtadik Palakas. Element is air. Guna is Tamas. It is Saumya Prada, bestows auspiciousness. Divine trait is Saundaryamaya, beauty. Ekadasi, all of us know you have the Vishnu Pujas and the fast and everything done on Ekadasi. We have the Vaikunta Ekadasi coming also. Chandrakala, it's Jyotsana. Presiding deity is Rudra. So it is always, when it comes to Ekadasi, it's either ruled by Rudra or 11 Rudras or even 11 Indras. Both are related to Ekadasi. The presiding Tidhi Shakti is Neela Pataka. The planetary deity is Mars. Devata birth is Kubera. It's an element fire with Sattva. Ananda Prada bestows joy. It is Nritya Yagya. Dwadasi is Chandrakala, Sri wealth. Presiding deity is Vishnu. Presiding Tidhi Shakti is Vijaya. Another very auspicious for money related matters. After Panchami is Dwadasi. So a temple visit, if you want to go for money, either go on Panchami or you go on Dwadasi, especially in a Shukla. Remedial measures done when the planet is in Krishna Paksha has a different meaning. So on a Krishna Paksha, you do remedial measures to reduce negativity. You want to boost your horoscope, you do it during Shukla Paksha. So usually the Krishna Shukla Paksha is 7th Saptami to Saptami. You have to take it like that. But when it comes to general your horoscope, for general rectification of your horoscope or modification or remedies, your birth Tithi is always the best. Okay, you want an add-on or certain things, you can add on to the particular Tithi also. So this presiding planetary deity is Mercury, the Devata is Vamana, the element is Earth, Guna is Sattva, the nature is Yashaprada, bestows fame, divine trait is Sagdita Yagya, proficiency in singing. Trayodasi is Chandrakala, which Preeti, presiding deity is Kamadeva, presiding Tidhi Shakti is Sarvamangala, presiding planetary deity is Jupiter, Devata birth is Manmada, element is either, Guna is Sattva, the Jayaprada it gives victory, and divine trait is righteousness. Chaturdasi. Trayodasi is where Pradosham comes, Chaturdasi is where Shivaratri happens. So Chandrakala is Angada, presiding deity is Indra, Sukla Paksha, and on Krishna Paksha it is Shiva. Presiding Tidhi Shakti is Jwalamalini, presiding planetary deity is Venus, Devata birth is Narasimha, element is water, Guna is Sattva, then it is Ugra Prada, and divine trait is truth. So in Purnima, it is the energy is in both Amavasya and Purnima, it is Purna. Presiding deity is Moon, presiding Tidhi Shakti for both is Chitra. Presiding planetary deity is either Saturn or Rahu. The Devata birth in Purnima is Mahalakshmi and Gayatri. Element is air, Guna is Sattva, the nature is Saumya Prada, divine trait is Sarvanyana. And Amavasya it is Purnima, presiding deity is Pitru. We all know Pitru Puja is done on Amavasya. Presiding Tidhi Shakti is Chitra. The planetary ruler is Rahu. So remedial measures for Rahu related matters, it can be done on Panchami, it can be done on for certain aspect of Rahu, it is done on Chaturthi, where it is done. Certain it is done on Amavasya. So Devata birth is Shani and Kedu, element is air, Guna is Tamas, and nature is, it is blessings of the ancestors, omniscient. So you want to take, if you have a Pitra dosha, there's nothing better than doing a remedial measure in Amavasya. So the benefits of Nitya Devi Puja is, see, first, if you, on Kameshwari you want to do, it is the power of the sun. She gives health, wealth, happiness, peace, and safety and enlightenment. Remedy for a weak or afflicted son or son. Nitya Bhagamalini, it gives attraction. Overall, you call it Sarvakarshan. It gives. So you want to attract the world. Your presentation matters or most. You need to attract. Let's say you have a shop. You have you need to advertise a product or anything. It is nothing but better day to do it on the day ruled by Pagamalin. And it is also a very good day if somebody is not getting pregnant or if there's a marital dosha, doing a puja on the second Tithi becomes very, very important. Nitya Klina, this is marriage related problems. It is very, very important to do. Certain pujas, each has certain pujas. You will have to do those remedies on this particular day. Nitya Berunda, this is anybody is having serious health issues related to toxins, poisons, cancer, leprosy, skin problems, or even stomach related issues. Regular puja on Chaturthi will be the best remedy. Again, you have on the fifth Tithi, if you have fire-related dosha, Guja dosha, sun in 8th house, sun afflicted, or fire signs are having the bad planet. So you're running Mars Dasa, Sun Dasa, or planet in fire signs. The fifth Tithi will be the best day to do. Okay, then Maha Vajreshwari. This removes the affliction. Any planet in the 6th house with disease, litigation, disputes are there. The 6th Tithi, Shashti, will be the best way to resort to the chaos in the horoscope. Nitya Shivaduti. This is to bring people together. This is for troubled relationship, marital issues, or mother and father, father and the child, or boss and thing. If you are having any dispute, misunderstanding between people, just what I said on this particular day when an Harchana, Puja, or anything is done, it'll to resolve the differences. Tvarita. Though this is when somebody is going through very big difficulties, problems, court cases, or some major illness, anything, here Ashtami is the best. There are certain deities ruling. Those deities must be invoked and worshipped and calmed. And anything done on Ashtami, though it is an Ugra Prada, it gives very fast, quick results. That's why some people, as far as medicine related muhurtas, first time medicine taking, they'll take it on Ashtami because it will give very, very quick relief. It's Ugra, but it also gives very quick results. Nitya Kulasandari, it is for wisdom and protection from enemies. Nitya. It is related to second house. So anybody in astrology, this is the best Tithi. It has the effect of Jupiter and Mercury. So you're an advocate, or where you speak a lot, you want to strengthen the way you communicate, and so to increase the Vak Shakti on Dasami, it is a very, very good day. Okay, this is Neela Pataka, Ekadashi Tithi. So anything mostly for these two Tithis, 12th, 11th, and 12th. 11th is, I think, for all the desires of the world. You want everything. Going to a Vishnu temple on the Ekadashi will be the best, especially Shukla Ekadashi, and invoking Neela Pataka will be the best. For victory over matters, it comes to a fight, litigation, or a problem, you want to win, you're in a game, you want to play a game or anything, what I say, if you're in sports or anywhere, victory matters are most regularly on the 12th Tithi when you go to a temple or do worship, what I say, that will be the best. 13, again, very, very important aspect. I think this 13th Trayodasi has the energy of protection of most of the planets. Both spiritual, material are very, very auspicious, especially the Shukla Bhakshasa Trayodasi becomes very auspicious. So if somebody is not getting married, means apart from the third Tithi, this Tithi will be very, very important to do certain pujas. Generally, if I tell you go and do an Abhishekam for Shiva and Parvati together on this day, it makes it very, very auspicious. See, certain nakshatras and day coincides with certain Tithi. So you can take it. Let's say if this coincides on a Friday, or it coincides with a good nakshatra, and a day, it becomes much. Generally, on your birth Tithi, you don't need to see what day, what nakshatra is coming. But if you are choosing other than your birth Tithi, just have a look. If these falling on a certain day on certain nakshatra, it will have a modification. So these, if it relates, also coincides with the exact day and nakshatra, the meaning changes. Like Ashtami coming on a Tuesday, it becomes more Ugra. So this Panchami coming on a Friday, or Ekadasi coming on a Thursday, it becomes very auspicious. So Nitya Jwala Malini grants wealth and destroys enemies and grants spiritual connection. Chitra is invoked to obtain to convince, influence, persuade. So anybody is in marketing and somewhere you need to convince somebody to accept certain things. Pray on this Tithi to Chitra. You will find which is very easy to convince the other person. So when it comes to where you need to convince somebody, the power of convention. So see, intention. If you've read a lot about manifestation, law of attraction, intention. So you what is say when your mind is in tune to that particular aspect, the frequency is the particular Tithi will be in that particular frequency. So when it is a particular frequency, when you are also thinking the same, it is easy to follow. But more than these Tithis, most simplest is what is always intent. Do your most powerful prayer or your most powerful intent, have it on your Tithi. So simpler other words is you go to a temple or you chanting a mantra, doing a homa, or anything is done. But other than that, if you want to take it another way, you want to improve the quality of your life, or you want to intend, think big, grow big, you want somewhere you have to modify, it is your birth Tithi. Concentrate on your birth Tithi. So these are Srividya mantras which are given, but take it from a guru. If you want to do it yourself, you can go. There are dhyana slokas, gayatris, and slokas for all these deities. You can chant them. So it is definitely whatever is your birth Tithi, take the mantras for it, and little bit of the mantra of it, chant it regularly. There is a dhyana sloka which meditates on how the Devi looks. It's very important to strengthen your Tithi. So this is the introduction. Before I go into the horoscope, anybody who has some doubts, we will take them. Yeah. So,
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, Satish J asks, when you say Tithi and Nakshatra should coincide, are you telling about the Janma Nakshatra, or the Lord of the Nakshatra should also be the Tithi Lord?
No, it's not. See, if the Tithi Lord and Nakshatra, it's very rarely it will coincide. You can't take it. Like the nakshatra has different qualities. No, you have Sthira nakshatra, Saumya nakshatra, Ugra nakshatra. It goes. So each nakshatra has a particular quality. So a Tithi coinciding with also the nature, the nakshatra coincides with the Tithi, it will become more apt. Like see, Panchami quality is wealth. So what I say, Panchami falling on a Thursday or a Friday with Rohini Nakshatra or Pushya Nakshatra or a Revdi Nakshatra become very auspicious. So extremely, but the starting point is not the Nakshatra. That's what I'm telling you. It's the Tithi. Next will be the Nakshatra. Then will be the day. So even if the day thing are not in sync, does not matter. The Tithi will have 50% energy. The Nakshatra will come second. The day will come second. So if all three are good, it becomes fantastic.
Any other questions?
So in fact, what I say in the Panchang, you will know. So what I say, the combination of Tithi and Nakshatra and day together, it gives a Siddha Yoga. You will say it as a Siddha Yoga. There are Nakshatra-based, Nakshatra and day-based yogas are there, but there is something called the day-based, Tithi-based, day-based, Tithi-based, Nakshatra-based, Tithi, Nakshatra and yoga. It's already given. There is a format also. What I say, when these combine, it's called Sarva Siddhi. It is called a Sarva Siddhi, it goes. So you'll have to choose the Tithi and then you can choose it. But see, in a year, it will be all these appearing will be only 10 times. So you'll have to mark it for some extra special factors. Otherwise, what I say, simply go. Your Masa Tithi is always there. Your Varsha Tithi is the most auspicious. Your Masa Tithi. Those days, sit down on 15-20 minutes. What I say, if you have temple, you can go. If you have some mantras chanting, chant it, or just intent very powerfully on the exact aura of the Varsha Pravesh and the Masa Pravesh come on a particular aura. That aura is the most for you to intent. And what I say, you have your dream, no? Everybody has a dream, desire. What I say, just that part time, just think about them very, very strongly. You can do a lot of change. It is called the most susceptible moment where you can alternate the planets. You can recorrect some certain things. Is when the Tithi Pravesh exact same distance it is there. It will be a particular hora. That particular hora is the most. It will rule you for the year or for the month. Yeah. Deepak.
Thank you, sir. I just have one question. So you mentioned all the deities that are associated with different tithis. For example, it's my annual tithi and I don't have the temple nearby. Should I go to a normal temple and pray, or go to Kuldevi?
You can go to any temple. See, on your Tithi, you go to any temple, it will strengthen the Tithi Devata.
Yeah. Or go to a Kuldevi temple. And
I think yes, the Kuldevi temple on your Tithi is the best to go.
Sure, sure.
Rarely once in 5 years or 6 years, your nakshatra and Tithi will coincide. Very rarely will coincide. That will become extra special. When your Janma Tithi and nakshatra will coincide, becomes very, very special. It never happens. 5 years once, 7 years once, it will happen.
Understood, sir.
Satish ji asks whether monthly Pravesh means that you're referring to the same Tithi and Paksha of Janma Tithi, right?
Yes, the same Tithi. So every month the Tithi will come again, no? Okay. If you are born on Panchami, every month, if you are born on Krishna Paksha Panchami, every month the Krishna Paksha Panchami is your monthly Tithi. On that particular day, it becomes very special. If you in the software it is available, which day comes, you just put it next month, it will come. You can understand, or whatever Tithi you are born, you just find out whether it's Krishna or Shukla. You have to follow that. You can't don't do it opposite. Nothing wrong in doing, but it'll be more apt if you are born in Shukla, do it on Shukla. If you are born in Krishna Paksha, do it on the Krishna Paksha of your Tithi.
Gaganji, you can unmute.
I had the same question. If you can use both Krishna and Shukla Paksha Tithis.
You can. It has the more energy, but it will be more apt. What I say, if for general aspect, the Tithi energies is the same. But if it is your birth Tithi, follow the Shukla or Krishna.
So one more question I have. If you could just show the previous page, because I wanted to see the mantra for...
Yeah.
Not this, the second. Because I am born on Saptami, so I wanted to see the mantra. Okay, thank you. That's it.
Anyway, you are in the class now, we'll be sending you the whole thing. There are a lot of mantras for Shivaduti. There are Dhyana Sloka for Shivaduti. How do you meditate? You just need to meditate or look at the form itself. I think because this you need to get an initiation, you're using Srividya mantras. Take the Dhyana Slokas or take the Shivaduti Kai. I think you're initiated into Srividya, so you can do it. Most of that, anybody is chanting Lalita Sahasranam, all this will come. There are a lot of Devi, Lalita Sahasranam is there, Saundarya Lahari is there. Saundarya Lahari each has for one particular deity. There are a lot of mantras where these deities are taken. Yeah.
We can proceed, sir.
Oh, okay.
No other questions.
Yeah, we will get into the horoscope part of it. So this is, I started with, let's say for professional aspects, somebody wants to do a profession. Okay, how is my profession going to be? If I have to do a remedy for my profession, without any blocks, my year must go properly, smoothly. Means what I say, how do I find out? I will be running a dasa or something, but what is very important? So if you look at what I say, the Tithi Pravesh PM Narendra Modi, you can see he's his Monday is his day lord, Hora lord is Shukra. Shukla Shashti is his Tithi lord. So if you look at the horoscope, the most important thing, see, Lagna lord Mars is gone to the 8th house. So it is not the day lord and Hora lord, but it is the Lagna lord. And it is the moon lord also. So it could have an effect on his health or well-being or some other problems. And his Hora lord is Shukra, which is nature. So he needs to remedy Mars, Shukra in the style of Rahu. Rahu is the Upasana. So the method and style of worship is very, very important. You will have to take. So some Sarpa Puja and a remedy. See, the Mars remedy is different. Rahu remedy is different. The 5th house is more to strengthen. You can chant a lot for it. Mars remedy will be more of a different order. So the most important in the horoscope, what PM has to do is for Rahu, Mars and Venus. Rahu, a Sarpa Puja to have more blessings. The planet in the 5th will bless you. Even if it's an afflicted planet, it will bless you. Others are not a blessing. It is to remedy. So there are how you remedy matters. Sometimes it's done. Sometimes it is Abhisheka. Sometimes it is Homa. Sometimes you have to understand the remedial measure part of it. I'm just teaching you which is the planet to remedy. You need to know what is to be done. But the planet which needs to be remedied here is the blessings part is increase the blessings by invoking Rahu and Rahu's Adhidevata. And Mars is the planet, most important planet. Shukra, Hora Lord, is also. So Shukra, it comes on that as the Hora Lord. As far as the relationship is concerned, you might have a problem with in the government. And Mars' health might take a turn. I think he's running Mars the Swords. No, it is in the 8th house. But his Lagna is aspected to two benefics. Other aspects of the horoscope are quite strong. Okay. I will I'll show you. Donald Trump is more interesting because we have some predictions also in this. So his Tithi Pravesh on 14th April 1946, which happened in 2024. After that, the election came and he won the election. So this on 13th July 2024, there was an assassination attempt on 13th July. 13th September, there are two assassination attempts after the Tithi Pravesh. It has happened. Okay, after the Tithi Pravesh, it is happening. He is running Jupiter Dasa. Okay, you look at the Tithi Pravesh chart. It is a Friday with Sun, Venus and Sun are the controllers of the chart. Both are in the 8th house. We can immediately see when the day lord and the hora lord in the 8th house is already gone through, just because Jupiter is aspecting the Lagna and the moon is not afflicted, but I say nothing really happened. And in fact, he went on to win the election also. There is how did he win the election with 3 planets with the day lord is another rule. It's an important aspect here, but immediately it's happened. So if you have looked at the Tithi Pravesh, immediately you should have remedied the for Shukra and Surya should be remedied. If you look at his horoscope, Surya is his Lagna Lord. Surya is Lagna Lord is gone to the 8th house in the Tithi Pravesha chart. And here again, Rahu is in the 5th house. So Sarpa and remedy for Surya and Shukra must be done. So this is when you look at the horoscope, it is very, very important. The first thing is any planet in the 8th house or a weak afflicted planet, especially if they are related, if it is the Lagna Lord, Moon Lord, Hora Lord, Day Lord. These 4 only is very, very important for you. Any doubts on this horoscope? I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So can we have a look at that, the main chart, the birth chart, the natal chart of...
Yeah.
So from this, we don't correlate to the Tithi Pravesh also, right?
No, definitely we have to correlate. See, what is it is a superimposition, no? What I say, where the Lagna falls from his basic horoscope, where every other planets, it is like a synastry. So where it falls and their interconnection matters about. See what happens in a basic horoscope, does the Lagna go to the 6, 8, 12? If the Lagna goes to the 6, 8, 12, it definitely that year must be remedied. If moon is you have malefics in Lagna in Tithi Pravesh, definitely remedy is necessary. Moon is sitting with Saturn. Moon connects with Saturn. Moon connects with Mars. Yesterday, after the session, I had a client. Her mother's in the last stages of dying. She every 3 months she messages, calls me and says, then she's 80 plus. Last 8 months she's on support. But she's not dying, anything goes on. She's running through Ashtamasari. I looked at in the Tithi Pravesh chart what happened. Her moon and Saturn are in mutual aspect. The year moon and Saturn conjoins in Tithi Pravesh, what I say, you can see the mental stress a person goes. So the moon connection something can be in your Tithi, but moon connection to which planet, the Lagna connection to which planet can be the whole year what is going to happen. This I will tell you the whole year, but as far as remedial measures, so what happens when she has moon and Saturn in mutual Samasaptama aspect, and she's already running Ashtamatsari. Saturn should be the most important planet. So that which the planet which is afflicting Lagna, that which afflicts moon, or the day lord and the hora lord, if they go badly placed, those are the most important planets which must be remedied. When you do the class fully, you will understand in more detail what are the other aspects, afflictions can come in the horoscope, and then you will understand it better. This I'm just giving you a snapshot way to pick up the most essentials to understand. When you go through the whole class, you will understand it completely, how to analyze the horoscope, what could be the possible. There are many rules for analyzing the horoscope. So then you will know the weakness of the horoscope. At a glance, the horoscope for the year has become weak this way. You have certain dasas, how to check up dasas is there. There are other, how to see every month how it is. There are methods to see. You can even come to a day and predict also. So what is the most afflicting of things? You can remedy that aspect. For now, you just take, if moon is afflicted, lagna is afflicted, day lord or hora lord is afflicted, that must be remedied. If you have a planet in the 5th house, it is the planet which can bless you the most. There are certain aspects like Jupiter is the big protective force. In Tithi Pravesh, Jupiter must not go to 6, 8, 12 or get weak or nature. Your D1, your natal Lagna Lord must not become weak in Tithi Pravesh. Your moon definitely must not become weak. Or your Dasa Lord, the Antardasa Lord must not become. So when any of these ruling planets, if they go, that is the most important thing to be remedied. If you have a planet in the 5th house, simple, leave everything, only pray to that planet. To the Adidev, that will control your chart. Not every time we'll have a planet in the 5th house, either 5th from the moon or 5th from Lagna. If you have it, forget about every other planet. Just pray to that. That will protect you. And it is done on your Tithi, on your Varsha Pravesh and Masa Pravesh. Generally, whatever is your thing, regularly keep the Tithi. The best day to strengthen your chart to create a Raksha will be on the Tithi. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, see, this is VigyaVastu's horoscope. If you can look at this horoscope, he underwent a brain surgery on 17th March 2020. He was running through Jupiter moon. The birth horoscope, moon is his 8th house, Jupiter is the 8th lord. So it very much coincides with it. And particularly, it is the day lord is moon. And the hora lord is Saturn. So whenever you get a day lord, and it is very important who's the day lord and who's the hora lord. If you get friendly planets, is a different thing. But you get malefics or opposite planets, inimical planets, you must have a hint how is the year going to be. So the Monday and Saturn, it's like a Sade Sati. He's already running Sade Sati. Even the day lord and hora lord involves. It's not only this. He also had a big raid and somebody complained. There are a lot of murders happening. A court case, Supreme Court, he just got released. So both this happened. One, he went to March, I think 2-3 months, there was a Supreme Court, and the police itself complained and said, somebody complained, and there's many murders happening. And then I think he just came out of all this. What I say? First, you can see his Lagna. His Lagna is basic Lagna, is Rishabha Lagna. His Tithi Pravesh Lagna falls in the 6th house with Ketu aspected by Jupiter, which, at least for the Tithi Pravesh, is not a good planet. So, brain surgery means it is Lagna must be afflicted. Ketu is the planet for surgery, especially head-related surgery. Ketu does not have a head. So the problem related to head is also very clear. So what will be the actual remedy which must be done? It is to Sarpa, especially to Ketu. And the most important Upasana Devata should be Saturn. He's already running Sadesati. So Saturn is in the 5th house. So Saturn and Sarpa more of Ketu. So Ketu, the Devata, Adi Devata, Pratyadi Devata for Ketu must be done on Shukla Ekadasi. That is the remedy. It should be done for protection. So if you look at the horoscope, it is Jupiter, moon, there's a lot of confusion. But on the Tithi Pravesh, it becomes very, very easy. What is the affliction? And when you know what is it falls very correct, you will know very easily what is the planet to be remedied. Okay? Clear? Okay. Okay, look at Rajiv Gandhi's horoscope. Okay, I'm just telling on the fateful day, or 1991, May 21st, when he had the assassination done. What was the Tithi Pravesh? If you look at the Tithi Pravesh, it is mass. Whenever anybody is going to face operation, an accident or anything, the day lord or the hora lord will be mass. So you have to be very careful if it is mass or Saturn. Not necessarily, it's only mass or Saturn. Even a benefit can be bad if it is sitting in the 8th house, or it is sitting with Mars Saturn, or it is very close with Rahu Ketu, or it is in the 6, 8, 12 in your horoscope. But when you have to have an extra care when it is Mars. So, and Mars, how it is sitting Kirtika Nakshatra. Kirtika is the lord of fire. It looks like it is in the just 4th house, doesn't look like an affliction. But if you look closely, it is in the 6th from the Paka Lagna, and the Hora Lord is in the 8th house. He is already having Venus, Jupiter, Ketu in the 8th house. He is running through Rahu, Mercury. He was running through Rahu, Mercury, birth horoscope. Desa Lord is in the 12th house, and Mercury is in the 8th from the Dasa Lord. So you can see in Tithi Pravesh itself that Dasa Lord and Antardasa are very badly placed. Planets 6th, 8th, 12th are the dominant factors. Saturn seems to go to the 11th house, but it's in retro. Mars aspects it. The retro planet will go back to Scorpio and Mars will aspect it further. So very, if you can see in Navamsa again, the Tithi Pravesh Lord Saturn is in the 8th house in Navamsa. So it becomes, so what is the planet which should have been remedied? Mars is the planet Agni. He should have done an Agni Stambhana Puja. And Agni Shanti Puja must be done. He died because of fire. It was a bomb blast. The whole body got blasted off. So there was a very clear Agni danger in the Tithi Pravesh chart. Mars, the day lord, is sitting in Agni, in Kirtika Nakshatra, which is in the 6th from the Pakalapna. So Agni worship should have been done. The moment you see the Tithi Pravesh, it becomes very, very important, which is the planet. He is running Rahu Makri, but that doesn't matter. Rahu, because the focus is, how did he die? It was not Rahu way or Makri way. Okay, it was stealth, danger, secrecy, everything. But Mars was the ruling planet. So it becomes an overlapping influence than the basic horoscope, which is the most important planet, which is appeased or controlled or modified. You'll only see it in the Tithi Pravesh. It becomes so important to understand the Tithi Pravesh first and remedy the planet which is afflicting you maximum in the Tithi Pravesh. Okay, so generally, okay, somebody is coming and asking, oh, my daughter is not getting married, my son is not getting married, there is delay, unnecessary things. What is it? There are many marital remedial measures. But which planet, which method, which methodology must be used is seen particularly in the Tithi Pravesh. And if you look at this girl, what I say, they're looking out for marriage. Okay, if I can look at it, the Tithi Pravesh looks like she'll get married this year because the Lagna is auspicious, the 7th Lord is well placed. But Shukra on that year is sitting in the 5th house, Neecha with Ketu. So still, I will not say it is not complete. It can come very close and it can get missed. So why? Because Shukra is Neecha in the thing, but Navamsa is coming to the 7th house. So remedial measures to Shukra will be the best because it is sitting in Upasana Sthana. So Mercury, Venus and Ketu must be remedied, and Venus, a Devi should be worshipped, or on particular Devi should be worshipped on her Tithi. Krishna Navami, if it is worshipped, what I say, this will remove marital related doshas. This is the most important. So why it is not even the basic, what is the affliction in the basic horoscope is not very important. The Tithi Pravesh, which is the planet which can give marriage and it is not strong, that particular planet must be chosen. The same, it's very, very important for anything. We are going through health, look at the Tithi Pravesh and that will relate to the Tithi Pravesh, what is the health problem a person is going. Profession, it can come, profession related, profession is not going out. You need to better the profession. The planet which is controlling, ruling, what I say, you need to remedy that particular planet. So whatever is the most afflicting thing, find out the planet controlling in Tithi Pravesh, remedy it. The thing, do it on the Tithi, your birth Tithi, or what I say, you can, maybe the other Tithis which I've told, you can also use the other Tithis also. Rectifying the horoscope or modifying the horoscope, the birth Tithi is always the best. Okay, see this horoscope, this I put it for Sade Sati. So sometimes what I say, the Sade Sati, 7.5 years, some years it is very bad, sometimes it is negligible, it becomes. You can easily see in the birth horoscope if the Sade Sati is going to become worse or better, because if somebody is running Sade Sati and Saturn becomes the day lord or the Hora lord or the Lagna lord, controller of the chart, yes, the Sade Sati is active. But if Saturn does not relate with the moon or Lagna or the Hora, that year Saturn is well placed, it will not trouble most. This particular person, in his Sade Sati, he started picking up health issues. From the start, he's picking up health issues. He asked me what remedial measures to be done. See, you can look at his Tithi Pravesh, Saturn is sitting in the 5th house. So it becomes the Upasana Devata itself. So it is in Sade Sati also. It is in the 12th from the moon, because it becomes very, apart from that, you can see his day lord and the Hora lord is also Saturn. So Saturn becomes very, not only in the 5th house, it also becomes the Hora lord. Anybody during, if you are running Sade Sati or Ashtama Sani or Kantaka Sani, the day lord or Hora lord must not become Saturn. Or the moon must not be there, because Saturn is afflicting the moon. So his day lord Jupiter is in the 8th house with Mars, and his hora lord is Saturn. So you can understand what can be the problem. So it becomes very important. The Jupiter in 8th with Mars and Saturn must be the most important planet to be remedied than anything else. What he's running through Moon, Dasa, Mercury, and Dasa. Forget about all that. You can easily see from the day lord and the hora lord, Saturn and the day lord 8th house, we can have serious health issues. What is this? So it is very important to remedy. Yes, Kishore.
Sir, in this case, because if you look at the natal chart, Saturn is the Yoga Karak here.
Yeah.
In the natal chart.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Tithi Pravesh chart, Saturn is placed in the 5th. So can we say that as remedy, we need to both worship it and as well as wear the things that signify Saturn?
Yes. See, sometimes you'll understand remedy as two ways. Okay, you strengthen the planet. One is dhan. See, the method of worship is dhan is to reduce the negativity of planet. Abhishekam is to reduce the negativity. What I say, if you are to strengthen the planet, it's different. So like the 5 types of remedial measures, there no depends on the elements. When you use fire, when you use water, when you use like you give a lot of food related dhan. So it matters most. So if it is a yoga kara for you, you need not actually do a lot of that. So that will not be that. So it will be more like worship. Yeah. So for this, when the planet is yoga kara in your horoscope, it will be more like worship. Will be better. If it is your 6th, 8th, 12th Lord, it is not just worship, it must be done. The things related to the planet must be donated. Because the energy must leave you. The excess energy of the planet over you must be left. Then that time it is done. Especially if it is 12th house, 8th house related, it is let go. Dhan becomes very, very important. What is it? Otherwise, it is worship. When it's a homa, it's fire related, Masa, sun, you burning lamps becomes very, very important. So it depends. What I say, if earthy signs are involved, what I say, or watery signs are involved, offering food to the gods will become very, very important. If it's the 2nd house involved, Mercury is involved, Jupiter is involved, mantra will become very, very important. That's separate. The deity, Adi Devata, Pratyadeva, what you choose. But here, just understand the planets. Which is the planet to be? Then you have a whole science of how to worship. What is the method of worship? It's a different subject. But here, at least you must know which deity. You have 9 planets. Which is the deity to be worshipped? The Tithi is the day. We know the Tithi is the best day to do it. But which is the most controlling planet? Sadesati is there. He's running through Moon Dasa. Is the Dasa Lord or Antar Dasa Lord or Sadesati or any other transit effect? There's a lot of confusion, no? What is in his horoscope, wish to remedy. But it brings down very easily. It is Saturn controls, is very clearly Saturn seems, it's not very malefic. Saturn is only in the 5th house, but it is in the 12th from the moon. Okay, it is aspected by Mercury. So I don't think so it is very bad. But still Saturn seems to control. Saturn in the 12th house. So unnecessary expenses he's getting, medical expenses. He's going in and out of the hospital. It's not clearly what is the problem. Something keeps coming. And with Jupiter, Mars in the 8th house, and one of them being the day lord, you can understand. So in the horoscope, Tithi Pravesh of Jupiter in the 6, 8, 12 means you lack grace. Sometimes protection is not there. It is anything can happen because there's no protection. So you have some affliction if your moon and lagna are not afflicted, it's not a problem. His moon is going to the 6th house with Rahu. Jupiter going to the 8th house means it is protection is less. So you need, when Jupiter in the horoscope goes to the 6, 8, 12 houses, then it becomes very important. Jupiter means God. Divine grace is Jupiter. If in a Tithi Pravesh, Jupiter goes to 6, 8, 12, somewhere divine grace or your Purva Punya will not work this year. So Punya Pura, you have to create what you call a new Punya for protection. It is like what I say, whatever you had will not work. So you have to do a special Punya only for activation for this year. But your old Punya, whatever you worship, will not work. So what you do this year newly is only going to protect. So now there are many methods to look at the horoscope and see what is the most biggest affliction. So the afflicted planet in 6, 8, 12, a planet is Nicha, all that matters. You will have to understand the whole Tithi Pravesh to understand. But here I'm just giving you a hint. Certain planets which is weak, especially if see Moon has gone to the 6th house, that's another hint. Under the stress he will go through. And it is coincides with Sadesati. Moon in the 6th with Sadesati. And Jupiter, Mars in the 8th house. Not because anybody has Jupiter, Mars in the 8th house, I mean, malefic planets in the 8th house is going to be bad. But if they become the Lagna Lord or the Moon Lord or the Day Lord or Hora Lord, then it becomes very, very apt. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've just finished with the example. I can take some questions. Yeah. Any other doubts?
Any questions? Please unmute or raise hands.
So the thing is, what I say, the remedial measure, the science of remedial measures becomes very focused. The day is the Tithi Pravesh, neither the day lord or the Nakshatra lord. Always, when you want to do a remedy or prescribe a remedy, do it on your Tithi. That is the first thing. Which is the most important planet to be remedied is the planet which gets afflicted, the day lord, Hora lord, or a planet afflicting the Lagna or the moon sign is the most important planet to remedy, rather than focus on anything else. Even if you're Sade Sati, if in Sade Sati, if the day lord or Hora lord, Saturn does not rule you, the day, you do not worry about it, it will not harm. But it becomes the day lord and Hora lord, it can become strong. Satish. Yes, Satish. You can unmute
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
Guruji, so basically, if I understand, so what we are doing is, in addition to the basic rules of D1, so we are specifically, see, in a normal D1, what we look at the Dasha, Antardasha, and we start picking analysis. Here, we are putting that on the side, and mostly we are looking at the Tithi Lord, we are looking at the Hora Lord, we are looking at the Vara Lord, and then we are adding it, and then only we are looking at other rules, right? So main focus is this, and that will become secondary.
Yeah, see, that will remain there. This is just like an extra focus. What I say, the basic chart, whatever, everything will be there. But this particular area, what is going to influence you very strongly? What is the biggest impact? Which planet is going to actually impact? You must know how the impact is going to be there. So the most impactful planet for the good or bad, that is what you need to remedy. It's not for remedy also. Either way also. Let's say you're involving with that, your profession is to something to involving with that particular karakatvam. Let's say it is bad for you. So you should be careful. It's not about remedy. You need to be careful regarding its karakatvam. Let's say a particular planet which it's your profession, you're involved with it, goes to 8, 6, 8, 12, it's Nicha. Then involving more of it, it might be good in your birth horoscope. So it is always, we are doing well, that is your profession. But in Tithi Pravesh, it is sitting 12th.
So it is possible that Dasha and birth horoscope may show very good, Navam shows it may show very good, but in Tithi Pravesh it may show as bad.
Yes, it becomes very, very important. So there are certain factors which the Tithi Pravesh will control and dominate your horoscope for the year. So those factors becomes very, very important, which need to be cautious, not involve too much, or not be very, very careful, which need to be careful. The Tithi Pravesh will reveal. It makes it more easy and simpler because it's only for the year. You're not going to see the rest of your life. So you can have a broad-based idea on how is your life based on your chart, your Varka chart, your Dasa, Antardasa, what is the transit. But this year, what if somebody comes and asks you, will I get married this year? Or will I get a child this year? How's my health prospect this year? How's my professional, financial prospect this year? What to say? You will have to see the basic chart, the general yogas in the chart. You'll have to see the Dasa, the Antardasa, what's the transit. See, then you have to, so many complications. Here, just look at the Tithi Pravesh. Immediately, what I say, it is only for the year. It comes down to just a year. And there are timing events using the Tithi Pravesh, it's a different timing events also. You can bring, there are method of timing the events based on Tithi Pravesh. So you can easily even time it also.
Yeah. So in the full course, that's what you're saying, right, sir?
Yeah. See, I'll tell you a timing method. Somebody is pregnant. Okay. They'll come and ask you, what is it? You know, it is how many days for a child delivery. You will know this month it will be pregnant. But if you look at the Tithi Pravesh, you can easily see in this month it will be born. The Tithi Pravesh will so clearly, it will indicate. Apart, see, one thing, will she get pregnant? She's already pregnant. What is it? You have a problem. Sometimes it's a cesarean birth. You want to take it. You want to know. No, Tithi Pravesh will clearly indicate many things. You can pinpoint the events more sharply with Tithi Pravesh. It becomes so very easy to pinpoint many things. or you want to be careful, or if you're in business or in profession, you want to be careful about yourself. What is the thing which I need to be careful this year, or which I can be liberal and can involve myself in more in certain things for the year? What I say, it is only understood Tithi Pravesh. It might give a different story in your birth chart, but if that particular planet is not well placed in your basic, in your Tithi Pravesh chart, it will be a different story. So in case, let's say it is very well placed and Tithi Pravesh it is badly placed, it's not going to be very bad. So it is 50-50. It is delicately be there, but it is already weak in the birth horoscope, and it gets afflicted in the Tithi Pravesh, and it's somewhere it is also the ruling planet. Then in that particular year, the Karakatvam related that planet can be very trying. So first, you need to be careful in involving with that. And next, you will have to remedy it. So remedy becomes very important. See, many people are vexed. Remedy is not working. Remedy is not accurate. If I do this, it is not working. So it's very, very important. There are signs of remedy. If we do not understand the Shastras properly, if we do not understand the Panchanga aspect properly, the Devatas. Yesterday there was a question actually. It's a very comical situation I posted in VV. There is one animal standing on the tree, hanging on the tree. And there is an alligator sitting down. So both are praying to God. It does not want to fall into the animal. The animal is praying to God. It must fall. Now, who will God answer? Tell me. It's a simple question. Or you can take it in a different, if a different scenario, I will tell you. Our farmers praying, I must get rain. Next door neighbor, his daughter is having marriage. So he's praying, I must not get, rain must not come today. Now, who God will answer? Tell me. There's very important basics of understanding of remedial measures for this question. You need to understand this if you want to understand what is remedial measures. The farmers, praying for rain. The next door neighbors is the daughter's marriage. He's praying to God for no rain. Now, who will God answer?
Farmer.
Why? Because it is in the longer run, larger run. So God is going to answer that.
He's sustaining the.
Okay. What anybody else can tell me? Answer me.
Someone who has a good Jupiter. Who has a good Jupiter.
Then prayer does not matter. No. Then only our planets are going to work. Why prayer then?
It is for the bigger good and something that can be easily prevented by human measures. God will not bother about it. For example, preventing rain.
Then prayer. Then God is not necessary. Prayer is not necessary. If it's going to happen, then the best interest of people means then why God, why prayer? Everything is going to happen in the natural course. Then why something called prayer is there?
No, the person whose marriage is scheduled to happen at a particular day or time can take precautionary measures to knowing before the rain is going to fall.
No, somewhere it's become clouded. So he fixed on a rainy day, it might rain. So he's praying very seriously. So what will happen?
Nature cannot be avoided, sir. Nature is something that will happen, right? Even the monkey holding the branch, how long will the monkey hold?
No, see, that is okay. But as far as remedy is concerned, what is the base? There is some base, Shastra base for this question. That's what I'm saying. See, this is the question comes. A prayer, does it go straight to God? A prayer does not, only a prayer from the heart goes straight to God. Every other prayer goes to a particular Devata. You have to pray to that particular Devata. If it comes to, when you want to rain, the prayer will not go to God, it will go to the Devata controlling rain. So the methodology of invoking that is only important in doing it. So which prayer goes to which God, there are avenues, like dimensions are there, it will go. So this is the method, how you pray, to whom you pray matters. See, even a Christian does not know, it will only go to the avenue. It may not, if he prays in Allah's name or Jesus Christ, it does not matter. But who is looking after a particular avenue? So certain prayers, your prayer, whether you know the deity or you don't know the deity, it will go only to that. Like everything does not go to the Prime Minister, no? If it's a question, he'll has to go to a different channel, but at least we have to meet. But here it's a mental. Your prayer will go to a particular channel. So, see, you need to understand. So, it depends on how this person presents it to the particular Devata, that person's prayer will be answered.
So in your question is that the farmer is praying on his Tithi to Varuna, it will be answered, the other person will not be answered.
The methodology involved, the how he is invoking, what is the method? So who does it correctly and properly, his prayers will be done. So it is not God thinking who's right, what is wrong. It's not a question. There isn't tantra. No, there's methodology done. What to say? That is the most important. Who one prays to Varuna or one prays to Indra. So this is why so many Devatas are there in the Hindu pantheon. It's not like a Hindu-Muslim prayer, everything goes to God. Okay, it's not, it is level, no, it goes. You pray, see, I might be praying for a desire. So I think every prayer will go to God. See, God is a dimension. It devolves into different levels of frequencies. So each, depending on my desire, will go to a particular junction where it is reached, and that is where I will get my answer. This is why so many Devatas are there. You have a pantheon of, what I say, the 33 gods, no? What I say, it depends. Which goes to Indra, which goes to Rudra, which goes to Ashtavasus, which goes to Agni, which goes to the Adityas, all matter. It's your frequency. You need not pray it correctly. Even if you do not know how to pray, it will go. But if you know the Tithi, you know the mantra, you know the methodology, it will go exactly, so you are writing the address. I put the stamp correctly, the address and stamp, everything, it will go correctly to the deity. Or sometimes I just put it, yes, I just put a letter and I don't know where the address anything, but I just post it. It might go, it may not go. I need to put the address, I need to put the stamp and then put it correctly. Then it will reach correctly. Or if I do not know, I'll have to put it, like I have to tell in the middle of the road, PM, please save me, I am having a lot of problems. Let my prayers will go. So the PM might hear and may not hear and come to a conclusion. So this is the Hindu method of worship, is praying to a particular deity and when to worship it. Each deity has a particular mantra, particular day, particular, way of doing it. You must do it correctly. Who does it correctly? That particular person's prayer will be answered. It is the only prayer which will reach God when it comes very sincerely, deep in the heart, and there is a higher, larger purpose to it. It's sheer out of love. No deities are necessary. It will straight reach God. So those prayers, when it has a larger aspect of life, very big aspect, that reaches God. And it's very sincere from the heart. Desire, all prayers related desires things, it will not reach God. It will reach the respective deity. This is the Vedas. This is what taught in the Vedas. It reaches the particular Devatas only. Only your sincere, heartful prayers will reach God directly. For that, you don't need any Devatas. It's something, a prayer related to devotion, love, and communication and touch with God, or it's spiritual in nature, it is one-to-one, you and God straight. Rest, if anything related to desires, protection, or any other things, it will go to the Devata. You need not know the Devata. But if you know, there is a science of Devata. If you know the science of Devata, the Nakshatra, the Tithi, Yoga, if you know when to do it, you are putting the stamp and address correctly. So there is a science also. So this is starting with, do it correctly. If you do it correctly, then it is not blindly sitting and praying. I do not know. There is a methodology, a science of prayer. That is where the Tithi starts. The Tithi, doing it on your Tithi is the first, your address is correct. You're putting the address correctly and putting the prayer correctly. So instead of doing it blindly, on some day you go to the Jyotirlinga, you don't know, you want to go on a Jyotirlinga, it will be an Ashtami day, it will be a Mula Nakshatra day, it will be, you don't know, you go to a particular linga, and then you say, my prayers are not answered. You go to one of the most powerful, Vishnu temples, you go on an Amavasya day, and then you say, my prayers are not answered. You see, if you're following a procedure, see, a temple is a place where energy is concentrated, focused. The Vastu is so beautiful, so it recorrects your horoscope. But you go on a bad Tithi, bad day, not in harmony with your basic horoscope, and then you say it does not work. When it comes to God, direct one-to-one, no temple is necessary, nothing. You can stand anywhere and pray directly to God if you have the method to connect. So no mantra, nothing, one-to-one. Even the correct name of God is not necessary. Any name, God will answer to any name. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, any name will answer. One-to-one answer. But if it is desire related, the methodology is very important. You need to do it correctly. And if you know the Panchanga involved, if you know the Devata involved, it will be more apt. So this is what taught in the Vedas. This is the Sanatana aspect of teaching. So you need to know this, both is there. You have one-to-one to God. Some people argue. what is it? For God, why do I need intermediaries? That is when your prayer is heart to heart, but not when I have a desire like this. I don't want the rain. I want something to happen to me. I want more money, everything. You don't pray to God. You pray to God, but it will not go to God. It will go to the Devata, which controls that. Okay. Any other doubts?
Deepakji, you have any doubts? I think you had a hand raise.
Yes, sir. I have one query. So
Yes.
thank you, sir, for this detailed session. I have
Yeah.
one query. For example, sometimes there can be some can there be some contradiction in the main birth chart and the Tithi Pravesha? For example, if I'm going through some problem in birth chart and I should do remedy according to birth chart, and in Tithi Pravesha it shows something else. Would it be same, or it can contradict at times?
No,
And if it contradicts,
mostly it will not contradict. If it contradicts, you need not worry, because if it is only like an affliction already is there and it also becomes vasa, then it becomes very, very important. You have to remedy. Let's say you have a very powerful planet, you're having a good dasa, but in Tithi Pravesh it is bad. It's not going to be very bad. So it is what I say, Tithi Pravesh is more just the focus. Always your base is very, very necessary. But what happens, there is an affliction already, you have a particular affliction, you're running a bad dasa, and in Tithi Pravesh also it becomes very weak. Okay, then it becomes very, very, so you have to, it always matters. What I say, let's say you're running a strong dasa and Tithi Pravesh, what I say, some planets are weak, need not worry. There will be some problems, but it's not going to be really very problematic. What to say, but you're already running Sade Sati, you're running a Nietzsche Dasa, your planet in the 6, 8, 12, you're running your Tithi Pravesh is also, Lagna is afflicted, Moon is afflicted, then that year can be really very, very tough.
understood, sir. Thank you.
Any other queries? I think we'll be learning more such points and subtleties in the main course itself, sir. Right?
Yeah. Lot of things. Sometimes what is it? Transit. In fact, another aspect of it's understanding transit. The transit, because on Tithi Pravesha, it becomes the focus, and then the transit is not just from the basic chart, it also focuses from the Tithi Pravesha. So there's a modification. So it's very, very important to understand Tithi Pravesha for remedies, for understanding the horoscope in many aspects. It becomes the spotlight of the year, the most important, where your life is going to focus just for the year. So it's very easy to understand, and even to give predictions, to understand, it becomes very, very simple and easy. Yeah. Any other doubts? Yes. Anything else?
I think there are no doubts.
Yeah.
So thank you, sir, for such a wonderful introduction. I mean, you set the pace now, and I'm getting curiouser and curiouser to take part in that main session itself as soon as possible. Wonderful.
Thank you.
I hope all of you enjoyed this preliminary session. So if you have a word to say to Guruji, you can speak now. Let me remove the mute all.
So I'd just like to say that the session, as usual, I've been following you for months now. And as usual, each session is very interesting, and you go so deep, and it makes me more curious to understand what all we can learn in the main session.
Thank you.
So people who want to speak can unmute. Those who want to speak now. Otherwise, we'll end the session in a minute. Any queries, any doubts, any thanks?
Thank you, William ji. Thanks for sharing this knowledge, and look forward to getting more knowledge from you in the main session. Thank you.
And I think you're all aware of the doubt clearing sessions that happen on Saturdays, right? On certain Saturdays. So you can use that also to further clear your doubts. Right, sir? Shall we end the session, sir? I think you'll have to unmute.
Yes.
Right. Thank you all.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.